Hello and welcome to ANTHROPOLOGY with me, HARSHA sir. Today in this series, we will ask another question. We'll try to answer another question. Now we've discussed three sets of issues. The other issue that you may also have is why should we take anthropology with HARSHA sir? Why at Law Excellence? So let me lay down my teaching philosophy to all of you. I don't believe in one-way teaching. Most of you are used to boring classes where the lecturer or the teacher gives an endless amount of information and data, and you are there sitting passively and you are supposed to absorb all the data. I don't believe in such a passive approach to teaching. I believe in an active approach. So my classes are very interactive, and more importantly, I believe that students are natural learners. That everybody has an inner curiosity, an inner ability to learn. Do I have to tell any of you to go and watch a movie? Should I tell you to go and read a novel that you like? Not really. You go and watch a movie even if I don't tell you not to watch. You read a novel that you may like even if somebody stops you from reading it. But why are you doing that? Because those novels, those movies have triggered your curiosity. And I believe that once you develop curiosity and interest in an area, even if everybody around you tries to stop you, you will still go ahead and pursue the discipline and develop knowledge. So I believe that students are natural learners, and I believe that the job of the teacher is not to force information upon them. The job of the teacher is to trigger curiosity in them, is to trigger interest in them. And once curiosity and interest are created, even if I ask you not to read, you will read. So my job here is not to flood you with endless information, but my job is to create interest and create curiosity, and all my classes are designed with that objective. So many of my students, towards the end of the batch when we finish the course, I can't assure everybody will continue and get success, because to get success, in addition to what we do in the class, the student must also work hard. But what I can assure for all is that everybody leaves the course with a feeling that they've enjoyed it thoroughly and that they were looking forward for the next class. Because you shouldn't feel that, oh God, tomorrow I have to go and attend anthro class. But you should feel that, oh my God, when will the anthro class happen? So most of my students look forward for the next class because we try to make the classes very interesting. And we try to create interest in the student through various approaches. Most of my classes are interactive. I don't believe in one-way communication. We have questions, we have discussions, participations. I actively encourage students to participate in discussions and raise questions. So we believe in a participatory approach where I raise many questions and let students answer those questions, and through the answering and Q&A format, we try to arrive at a concept. Instead of just passively discussing the concept, we try to discuss and we try to arrive at an understanding of the concept by mutual discussion. And we also have activities. We have presentations from students. We make students tell their personal experiences on some issues, and through those experiences, through those stories, we will try to understand the concept. And we will also use multimodal learning techniques. What is multimodal learning techniques? So in a traditional classroom, it is believed that the student has to sit there passively and absorb all the information that is being given in the class. So there, you are only using your hearing to listen and absorb. But as you all know, this is a system you are all used to since schooling, and after listening for a certain amount of time, your mind goes to distant places and you begin to lose track of class, you lose focus. That is because we have many senses and we are only using one sense to gather our information and to absorb things. So in our class, I believe that we have to use visual mediums, we have to use auditory mediums, we have to use kinesthetic mediums, we have to use reading and writing all together to make students learn effectively. So we will show some videos which will create visual stimulation, which will create visual impression of the concept. We will also have teaching, discussions and questions. We will make students write regularly whatever we discuss in the class. There is writing practice, question and answer, questions discussion at the end of the session. We have regular tests, and there is daily notes writing in the class. And lastly, there is kinesthetic, that is outside the classroom also. We have a Telegram group where we share extra content, we share latest developments. So we are trying to basically use different modes of learning to make this process of learning joyful and enjoyable and memorable, rather than rely only on a traditional teaching where I teach and everybody listen. No. Instead, we are using the different modes available to create better stimulation, to create better impression on the student's mind. So that's the reason why I believe our classroom is not just any other traditional classroom. In our classroom, we try to use all these modern learning methods to make the learning process simple, effective and joyful at the same time. So if you understand these principles and if you find this method interesting, then please join us in the upcoming batch shortly.